Hello YouTube wise, FIFA here, coming to you today on a Monday with my Marquee Matchup Squad Builder Challenge prediction video. Usually I come at you with these on a Tuesday, but I got a lot of stuff coming up in the week. My roommate's got some family in town too, so I got to get these in when I can. So without further ado, I'll get into the video. You guys smashed the support last week. Thank you guys so much for that. Easily my most watched video on my channel. I think we're up at 560 views. That's really nice. If you guys can continue to smash the like button and do stuff like that, it really helps me know that what I'm doing is actually helping you guys out yourself, helping you make those foot fortunes. This week, this marquee matchups are kind of interesting. There's not too many big derbies. There are a few that are pretty prominent and whatnot, but then there's going to be some tough decisions to make in the sleepers. And if you guys are new to my videos, what I do is I give you 4 main marquee matchups that I think are going to feature, and then a few sleepers. I think this week I have 4 or 5. I think I'm going to try a little something new at the end of the video too. And of course, at the very end, we'll open a pack and hopefully get a player that will be on a team that will be featured in the marquee matchups. Again, this has gotten, I'm so glad EA have revitalized the marquee matchups or by providing that team of the week pack at the end, because that's really helped these players become more profitable, because for a long stretch, I think like a month or so, it wasn't really that worth it to invest in these marquee matchup squad builder challenges, because players' prices would rise, but only by like a few hundred coins. But now you see players' prices rising by thousands, and that volatility is good for the market. Volatility. Hopefully I didn't say anything stupid there. Okay. All right, I'm blabbering on. So the first one we're going to get into, the first main one, is going to be the Turin derby, Juventus versus Torino. And let's get a look here. Sorry if you guys are hearing some clicks. This is going to be one. There's already going to be people all over this derby. I know that I'm behind a couple of people that make marquee matchups videos themselves. I'm going to try to get ahead of them in the future. Honestly, it'd be the best way to do it. So one good strategy here might be trying to pick up any player from Juventus you can for less than 1,000 coins, and then maybe even selling into the hype on that Thursday or Friday. Although I'm pretty confident this one is going to feature. This is a big derby, and there are not nearly as many big rivalries in other leagues, so they're going to really have to keep this one going. But it is worth being said that last time this marquee matchup featured, it had to be an all Italian side, so Storaro and whatnot were going for a ton. I don't necessarily think it's going to be the same, but I do think there's going to be at least 2 players from each team in this choice for the Torino versus Juventus. Next, we are going to go to the Super League. We're going to go to Turkey, and it's going to be a matchup between Besiktas and Fenerbahce. Another one where there's already some hype around this, but as you can see, you can pick up some solid players here for less than 600 coins. I think that's where I would make my mark for these, is pick up your players for less than 600 coins, because then you'll have had some solid investments that you can either sell on because of the League Squad Builder Challenge for this, or just sell on in the future, because there's going to be undoubtedly another matchup in the Super League or the Turk League before the end of marquee matchups or FIFA. So those 2 are really solid investments. And now we're going to move to the A-League. This is a big matchup. I think this is the final of the A-League. So if this doesn't feature, I'll be shocked. Hopefully it will feature in the capacity of a marquee matchup, because it also could maybe even be a standalone squad builder, which hopefully it won't be, because if it isn't, there's going to be a ton of coins to be made. There's already going to be a ton of hype around these players though, so any player you can pick up here for less than 1,000 coins is going to be a good shout, especially the silvers between Melbourne Victory and Sydney FC. I don't think I told you guys who the teams were. I'm sorry about that, but Melbourne Victory and Sydney FC, you can already see there's a ton of bids on these players. So go ahead, you can try to snipe some players tonight, tomorrow, or when packs get open on Wednesday right after the release of the new team of the week. That's a good week to buy, although since these are silvers mostly, it's going to be on the tougher side to snipe. So if you guys even want to take another method in this, is to invest in some other high rated silvers on other teams in the A leagues, because they will also go up as complementary players. Little economic fact right there, little complementary goods. But we're going to go to the Dutch League, the Eredivisie, to round out the last main ones, and this is between Feyenoord and Excelsior. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. If I didn't say that right, I'm gonna sound like a complete jag. But this is definitely one that you guys should invest in. Anytime the Eredivisie has Squad Builder Challenge in it. For some reason, the players' prices go for so high. So there's a ton of coins to be made here. The Excelsior is primarily silver, so you're going to want to jump in on these silvers. I'm going to change the filter for you guys real quick. You're going to want to jump in on these silvers as soon as you can. Try to pick up for less than 500 coins, I would go with, and pick up players above 67, I'd have to say, for below 500 coins, because you can make up the other player ratings and other golds around the league, because I think this is going to be one where only one player from each team will be featured. So again, another complementary strategy would be to invest in golds from other teams in the league, such as Ajax or PSV Eindhoven. All right, so that was the last of the main ones. So now we're gonna move into some other of the sleepers. So the first one that I think is a good sleeper to invest in is the Rosenborg versus Brann in the Norwegian league. So I got to make sure I pick this one right. If I don't pick this one right, I'm gonna look like an idiot. But that's the Danish league. So give me a sec when I get to this. I can't believe I forgot what you call the Norwegian league. Why am I going to the Chilean league? But it's Rosenborg versus Brand. This is gonna be one where I think there's gonna be a requirement if it does feature for around 70. Again, I'm sorry this is taking me a little while to get to this league here. That's the Swedish league. Oh my lord, 1 second. All right, found it. It's the Tippeligaen, and I can't believe that was a complete brain fart for me right there, guys. Hopefully you're still sticking with me, even though that stupid thing. But Rosenborg versus Brand. You can see here you can pick up some players for cheap. I mean, that's just a good investment to have in general because of a silver player. But you want to look at this higher rated silver players, because there's not this league cannot really feature a lot of gold players. I don't even know how many golds are in this league, to be honest, but it does look like this one is not getting as much attention as other ones. So this could be a really solid one to invest in, because EA lately have been throwing in those weird lower, like lesser known derbies and just trying to get away with it. So this is definitely one that can feature, primarily because EA are trying to throw curveballs lately. All right, we're going to take it to a big league now. We're going to go to the Premier League, and it's going to be Manchester United versus Arsenal. This has top four implications, so this is an interesting rivalry, or not. Of course, it's a rivalry considering they're big teams, but it's interesting matchup to see if it's featured, because Arsenal was featured this past marquee matchups against Tottenham Hotspurs. Regardless, though, this is one of those no risk investing, because the Premier League players have gone for a lot of coins. There's going to be the player of the month for April coming out soon. If not, it already has come out by the time you're watching this. But this is a big league, and players' prices are already going to remain high, because you're going to want to invest in higher rated players for this. You're going to want to invest in your 80 plus in this, so you're going to want to try to pick up those players for less than like 900 coins, and you'll be looking pretty for regardless for whatever you're doing, even if that matchup doesn't feature. Now we're going to keep it in England, and we're going to go down one league to the Championship. Fulham play Sheffield Wednesday, and the reason I'm going to include this is because these are the last two teams in the bottom slots of the playoffs. Leeds United bottle it hard, and there's just, I mean, unless Leeds United win like 10-0, and then Sheffield United beat or yeah, Sheffield Wednesday, my bad, not Sheffield United. Sheffield Wednesday beat Fulham like 6-0, then Leeds United can't make up like a 13 goal differential that they're lacking there. But there's a lot of golds on both teams that you can invest in, as well as high rated silvers that can go for cheap. So this is one of those sleepers that could be nice just to have in general, because again, the League Squad Builder Challenge keeps these players' prices at a high. Now, the last thing we're going to do, we're going to get into a couple deep sleepers here. This is the first week I've done this, and what these deep sleepers are is that if you guys have noticed, lately EA have been really throwing curveballs, like out of the box leagues and out of the box matchups that no one's really thinking about. So I'm just gonna throw stuff at the wall, and hopefully it sticks. And so we're gonna go to Poland, and the first matchup I think is gonna be Lechia Gdansk versus Wisla Krakow. The two teams that are in the top four of the league, two big teams. They come from the same region, but they're not necessarily rivals with each other. But if you guys are looking for a couple out of the box, not Legia, my bad. If you guys are looking for a couple out of the box options, these are going to be perfect for picking up for 150 coins, no more than like 200. Again, these are ones where there's a lot of silvers you can pick up. Hang on, let me change that to silver for you guys just to show you that there are options. And you can really make a ton of coins if these actually do feature, because again, they'll be really hard to come by. I'm just going to pick up a couple players just to show you guys that I do also invest in what I say. I practice what I preach. And this last one is a deep sleeper that I actually think you guys should take note of. We're going to the Pro League. They're in their final playoff stage. And there's a couple matchups that might be featuring, so that I could have selected from here, but Zolta Wergem play Andalak, and so these are going to be it would be kind of an interesting matchup to see if it actually features. But I'm getting the video is getting kind of long, so I'm just going to wrap it up here. There's definitely some players, so we're going to look at. Wow, sorry, there's no golds for Zagreb, but Andalak is the one that you want to see featured here. Anyways, pick up these players and they will go for close to what they have already. You can pick them up for less than 400 coins, and you're not going to be losing any coins. So I'll give you a recap real quick as we get into the packs that I want to open. We're going to open a Jumbo Premium Gold, so hopefully you guys have stuck with me this whole time. So the main ones, again, to recap, are Juventus versus Torino, Fenerbahce versus Besiktas, Sydney versus Melbourne Victory, and Feyenoord versus Excelsior. The sleepers are Rosenborg versus Brann, Manchester United versus Arsenal, Fulham versus Sheffield Wednesday, and then a couple deep sleepers are Wisla Krakow versus Legia Gdansk, and the Anderlecht versus Zulte Waregem in Belgium. So hopefully you guys have liked what I'm doing. Make sure you guys if you guys continue the support, it's been amazing. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing. We get a Iago Aspas there in this, and that's not bad. I'm fine taking any of the big, or any player above 82, and we get 2 players above 82 there, which are nice. Doesn't look like we get anybody that is going to feature in the Squad Builder Challenge prediction, or in the marquee matchups this weekend, but you never know. Considering with what EA are doing, you seriously never know. So because of that, I'm going to store Serie Dyer there just in case they throw Basel in there somehow. But the video is coming to a close now. If you think I missed any matchups, leave it in the comment section below. And again, this is for the weekend of May 5th, 6th, and 7th. Sorry that it's a little bit on the longer side, but the video is coming to a close, so stay wise.